Russia pledged to counter any U.S. missile strike on S.yria. Russian military and diplomatic officials warned before President Trump ordered a military strike on Syria Friday that they would counter any attack on Syrian forces in retaliation for an alleged chemical attack on April 7. The Syrian president followed up after the precision missiles were sent Friday evening that, "Good souls will not be humiliated." Russia's ambassador to Lebanon on Tuesday told Lebanon's Manar TV that any U.S. missiles fired at Syria would be shot down and the launch sites targeted, Reuters reported. Russian ambassador to Beirut Alexander Zasypkin cited orders by Russian President Vladimir Putin. "If there is a U.S. missile attack, we, in line with both Putin and Russia's chief of staff's remarks, will shoot down U.S. rockets and even the sources that launched the missiles," Zasypkin told Manar. On Friday, before Trump's announcement, Russia's government news site TASS reported that the Russian Navy was monitoring U.S. and NATO ships in the eastern Mediterranean. Warships and submarines of the Russian Naval Task Force were keeping track at a close distance of U.S. and NATO assault ships and submarines in the area, TASS said, citing military and diplomatic sources. The Russian Navy ships were ordered to monitor the underwater, surface and air situation in the eastern parts of the Mediterranean Sea, including approaches and maneuvering of foreign ships in the area near Syria's Tartus, a port city where Russia has its only foreign base outside of Europe. Russia in the past week also sought to counter U.S. diplomatic efforts to marshal international support for its condemnation of the Syrian government led by President Bashar Assad, who the U.S. has concluded ordered the chemical attack that killed dozens of Syrian civilians in the East Ghouta suburb of Damascus. Russia's diplomats and military officers issued numerous contradictory statements about the chemical attack, saying it didn't happen, that it launched by Syrian rebels on themselves, and that British intelligence ordered it as a provocation. Iran's Fars news agency reported Friday that Russian fighter jets were patrolling Syrian airspace to defend against any attackers. The Russian aircraft were scrambled in response to reports of 7 U.S. spy planes near the coastal regions of Tartus and Latakia. The U.S. aircraft were reported flying along the coast near Russia's Humam military airport in the southwestern Latakia province, Fars reported. More, Russia just blamed Britain for Syria chemical attack. Here's who else Moscow blames.